didn't really understand what was happening because I'm only 9 years old and I'm deaf, and I do miss out a lot in education and pain, and I thought I was going to die.
Christian brother Robert Best chose his victims carefully, the smallest and most vulnerable. Paul Lyons was in grade 3 when he was raped by Best in a classroom.
Next thing I know, he took me in the back of his classroom. Couldn't understand why he shut the door. Next minute he told me to take my pants off first. He said, "It's all right, Paul. It's okay. I just want to talk to you." And then he tried to put me at ease, and then next minute he told me to take my pants off, and I said no. Next thing I know, he came up from behind me and started trying to rip my pants off. And I'm struggling, I'm trying to keep him on. But he was too strong. And next thing I know, he lifted me up. He got my pants off, lifted me up, and he was raping me. I was crying, I was upset, I was in shock. And I just couldn't believe what just happened. So it was one kid who was in grade 6. Now, he was the only person that came and comforted me. And for the life of me, I would love to meet that person again. I cannot remember his name. And he said, "It's all right, Paul, I understand." Because he's also a victim of Bess. So after that, he sort of looked after me.
The 9-year-old tried to tell another Christian brother what he'd been subjected to.
Next thing I know, he started belting the living crap out of me. And he just repeatedly beat me. Now, he had a walking stick, he just whacking me back. It was so uncalled for. That should have never happened. Anyway, it kept repeatedly beating me until I changed my story.
What happened when you told the priest?
I needed someone to talk to. And I honestly thought a priest would help me. So I went in, brought me in, sort of sat down, and I tried to tell him what happened. And next minute, got huffed and puffed up, started hitting me across the head, pushed me out the door. And I thought, what have I done now? So it's pushing me out and got me out the front door, and also I just turned around and looked at him. And I thought, why? And he just turned and looked at me and said, "If you tell anyone, I'll kill you." Of course, I practically dropped to my knees. I was just so frightened. Now, being 9 years old, I did believe in the religion then. And I honestly believe he was allowed to kill me. And after that, I was too scared to tell anyone. So I didn't tell anyone for all these years until I turned 40, when I went counselling. Eventually, I finally brought up about the rape, and of course, I cried. I just kept crying for 2 years after that. I went every week for 2 years. That was hard. So I finally got it out of my system, sort of saying, this is what's happened to me. The other Best raped me. I got beat up by the other Fitzgerald, and a priest threatened to take my life. So after, when I was at counselling, it was the first time I had a little bit of courage. When I was that 9-year-old boy, I lost all my courage. I wasn't that 9-year-old boy anymore. I wasn't that happy 9-year-old deaf boy anymore. I've lost him. I've now been fighting for 11 years. and I'm trying to get him back, and it's hard.
Paul Lyons gave evidence against Robert Best at one of 11 trials in the county court. Best was sentenced on Monday to a minimum of 11 years and 3 months in jail. How did that make you feel?
Seeing Best there, that was hard. So now it's almost like 42 years of pain is what this man has done to me. A good thing is, I finally got him sentenced, charged, put behind bars, and it's not just me, it's all the other victims as well. We're not happy with this sentence because it's really too short. He should be locked up for the rest of his life, key thrown away, because there is so many people that he has destroyed their childhood. But it was a good feeling to get him behind bars, and that was good, right? I am proud of myself, finally standing up for myself, to get this mongrel put behind bars. That is where he deserves to stay.
Police think up to 30 men who were abused in the Ballarat area have taken their own lives.
Yes.
Did you know any of them?
Yes, I know quite a few of them, and that is just so sad. When I was about 18, 19, 20, I tried to take my own life. I just couldn't handle it anymore. I just couldn't handle the pain, the suffering. So, close as I came, I'm surprised I'm still here. If I'm allowed to say this, I've had a gun in my mouth, and I was ready to blow my head off. I just didn't want to live anymore. And I can understand how those people have taken their lives. I can understand how they feel, but it means Best wins. He wins. He destroyed these people's lives. I wasn't going to let him win. I had to survive. I had to fight him.
What would you like to happen now?
I do want the government to get involved in this. I do want a government inquiry. I do want police inquiry. Okay, this is where this man is caught. I honestly believe it. Not all the victims has come forward, but even the people who've taken their lives, they should go back and understand, why did this person take his life?
What would an inquiry achieve? As you say, the abuse happened a long time ago. What would holding an inquiry now, what would that achieve for victims?
The Catholic Church knew about this. Even back in '69 when I tried to tell them what happened to me, they knew.
What do you want them to investigate?
To sort of do the research and understand why this is happening, or why are pedophiles allowed to teach kids, and why has the Catholic Church or the Christian Brothers Association let this continue? Now, another thing I do not understand, Best was formally charged many, many years ago, and they knew what he did, but they got him off and he went straight back to teaching kids again. School children, little kids. So why would they allow that? That should be investigated, because that means they know what's going on. They don't care about the pain, the suffering and the victims. And it's almost like they keep rubbing salt in the wounds. And it's got to be stopped. The truth has to be told.